Okay, let me explain something to you idiots who live in your fucking rapist, Zionist, white supremacist. I don't give a fuck if you've got a Spanish accent or a Russian accent. If you're black, white, brown, red, yellow, purple, gay, straight, trans. I don't give a shit if you're Jewish, Muslim, Christian, atheist, woke. I don't give a shit. If you're in a Title VII or Title IX protected minority group and you are in bed with Epstein's partners in crime, you're a self-loathing piece of shit that's selling out your people. Whatever it is. Whether you're indigenous from Mexico, if you're indigenous from Mexico, you're indigenous to you're Native American. You're selling out all Native Americans from Alaska all the way down to the Central American border of Mexico. And that includes Puerto Rico and Cuba. Dominican, all colonized by different European monarchs. Now, the point I wanted to make in this video is Pam Blondie and Todd Blanche and Kash Patel do not have all the Epstein files. They do not have Hochul's files, and that she's working with IRS Criminal Investigations Division, HUD, probably DEA, probably JAG, definitely the Vermont State Police, the Chittenden County Sheriff, probably law enforcement all around the state, Cousy, Essex PD, Blondie, and all of Trump's lawyers, which would be Blanche, and of course the Missouri Attorney Generals from Josh Hawley, who threatened me in an email. I made sure they got that in my SEC complaint, which once I filed it, they probably got a subpoena to go right into my emails and see all my Gmail, Yahoo, and saw all the emails between Chad and I, all the emails between the witness handlers on the Beasley case. They've got everything. So just because you boneheads from Vermont and New York aren't in the tranche that Epstein's defense attorneys running DOJ, who are suspects that they released, don't mean that you're not in the other that's sealed because they're suspects. My case is sealed. I'm a child victim. It started out from childhood and now it's gone right up into adulthood. We saw that with Meredith and my mother and Meredith's mother, my auntie, my mother's sister, whatever. Plus adulthood with Chad, Beth Sweeney, Christy Jacoby, and Adam Beckett, my assailant. Plus this asshole that works at City Hall smacked my phone out of my hand. Autumn Caton running her sloppy ass, disgusting Herman Goring Nazi style. That ain't even a honeypot. A honeypot, you gotta be somewhat attractive. That's a fucking stink pot is what that bitch was. That was a puke pot. That was one of those ain't got a pot to piss in. She's a piss in a shit pot. She's a fucking toilet. Just like all the rest. You ain't got access to that. What you motherfuckers need to start thinking about is how many of you want to be in them for the disgusting shit. Oh, yeah. That goes for all you boneheads that are taking petty ass shit, or even the ones like Bill Kinnear and others who are making good money as snitch shacketing agents, street snitches like this little prick Sean. And this other motherfucker that's over there cussing. He's actually calmed down since he knows that all of the management at the McDonald's who are trying to distance themselves and don't want, it's one thing to have a discrimination claim against you. That's kind of petty. It's another to be actively helping Epstein's and Maxwell's defense attorneys. But with me, that makes them guilty of all the murders and all the other crap. So that's probably why they decided to tell me, if you want us to put these people out, we'll put them out. Once I made this clear, this little, I don't know what he is. He's Asian of some sort. That was standing here cussing loud as hell, screaming, yelling, banging on the windows and the walls, just acting a total fool, trying to convince everybody he's schizo. Once I posted that shit, and that they were disgusted with him and Bill Kinnear and these other ones, and begged me to ask them to put him out because the staff's tired of him. Now all of a sudden he's dialed it back. Now he stands and he still runs his mouth. He just doesn't yell it and be so damn obnoxious that, like, all these teenagers and all the families that come in here, he's tolerable. They can just ignore him. Before I posted that, he was so damn loud, they'd come in here and sit down and say, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. And when I told him he worked for Epstein's defense attorneys and that's his cover, because I kept figuring out who they were, and they started doing that dumb shit so that I couldn't, like, blow their cover, they were ready to beat their asses. Beat your asses is what I should say. Because they sit here cussing, hurling all kinds of stupid, racist, disgusting shit, talking about retard this and moron that. You don't know how many of these people come in here are autistic or have autistic kids or relatives or parents and don't want to listen to that shit. Yeah, they'll beat your ass. Or they'll call police on you their damn selves. So he's modified his behavior, which is just more evidence that he's a phony motherfucker. But anyway, all y'all motherfuckers are in the Epstein files. You just can't see them because most of it's sealed from the suspects. You're all suspects. You want to be famous for unleashing bioweapons and like that asshole who runs the pods, assaulting people, assaulting vulnerable adults, and then chasing them down and tampering and trying to and basically mind fuck them to convince them that her assault was justified, when the fact that he was able to jump up and cuss her ass out in the first place proves it was unnecessary. Yeah, you all ain't got all the files, you assholes. Goldwater, Piper, Cronin. Because you're all suspects. Ken Mann and Karen Bankowitz did what they did, sent me to prison under Pam Bondi. Convicted fraudster Rick Scott was the fucking governor. We know DeSantis is a suspect. Y'all can't see. Oh well. If we were suspects, our lawyers would know. No, because your lawyers, like Dennis McMahon, are guilty. Plus, you had that other lawyer fucking with me over at Cox, and he was fucking with me with two people who confessed to working for some Boston lawyer, probably dirtbag. Plus, Ed McMahon tried to refer me to several other lawyers. Plus, I popped those two lawyers for falsifying records on Sarah St. Louis. Epstein file, they're just releasing the, Rokon and Thomas Massey are getting the most disgusting shit out there. But once they decide to go public with my case and and Michaela Raines and how you murdered her, and then had Ethan and God knows who else murdering and poisoning her animals the same way you're murdering me, and making it look like I'm off unaliving myself, and I'm hyper focused autistic and have all these fucking disorders, all bullshit. And what? You got all these, you're hiring all these idiotic PIs to bully me so you can say that I took my own life because I was being bullied. Whatever, and then you poison my raccoons and try to make it look like I did it. Thing of it is, you can't blame Michaela for killing her animals. You done killed her first, so we know it's Ethan and probably got some help from some pieces of tail that are helping him scuttle the place and then making money hand over fist on sympathy donations with their new Hollywood friends that are teaching him to use crocodile tears to raise money. Oh no, all the Epstein files ain't out yet. And all you motherfuckers, Stephanie, Loretta, Pat, her idiot boyfriend, Daryl Galloway, Bill Kinnear, Tent Slice Joe, all of you, Sean, the idiot over there talking to himself. Now, you're all in the Epstein files. What do they talk about? They're always talking about how they recruited people from the streets who would do anything for money. Some of them were victims, but many of them enthusiastically participated, and that would be most of you. There's a few of you who are coerced. I get it. And you're rolling on the people who coerced you. But the way I see you motherfuckers sticking together, I ain't kind of buying that too much. So when I go to Miller Center tomorrow, just keep in mind, I'm making an Epstein list and I'm checking it twice. And we're going to figure out who the nasty pedo enablers are here in Vermont.